Here's Flozell Adams, a normal offensive tackle, and he's going to get a push here on Rob Davis, get some penetration, get his hand up, and block this kick. See him get the push. Now he turns Rob Davis right there, gets both hands up. I think that kick was a little low, though.
It was too.
It hit Flozell Adams in the right hand. Now that's the third kick that Ryan Longwell has had blocked in the last 3 games.
Chancey is hit before he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Chancey's what you call a battering ram, isn't he? He just kind of rams that thing in there. If there's anything there, he'll take it, and if there's nothing there, he'll just go right into the lane.
That's against Seattle.
Yep.
Back for a touchdown.
Yep. Then he had the one last week against Chicago.
Last play of the game.
Last play of the game, and then the one here. So 3 in a row, 3 games in a row.
I think, from what I've seen, it's just a little too low. The trajectory is too low. Ismail knocked out of bounds. Hit by Tyrone Williams, Bernardo Harris.
Rocket Ismail was sure a good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they needed someone for years to play that opposite side, you know, from Michael Irvin, and then he becomes a playmaker, and they have different ways to get the ball in his hands. We see him, obviously they throw it to him, and then they hand it to him. They run him to him on a screen, and here's a reverse. You fake to the back and hand it to Rocket coming the other way. He's a big part of their game plan, getting the ball to him in a lot of different ways.
He's been replaced by Jeff Ogden as he stayed down after he was hit. Garrett. Incomplete. Ogden couldn't find a handle.
You know, I was watching the Monday night game, and the Troy Aikman had a wristband on, and I asked Jason Garrett if they were going to use a wristband tonight or today, and he said, heck no, they hate that. That what happened is their communication went down Monday night, and it didn't work from the sideline to the helmet, so they had to wear the wristbands where they had all the plays on. Some teams will go to signals. Chan Gailey, as a coach, and in that situation uses wristbands.
It's just the wristband has just a list of all the plays that he might call. Going. Cowboys cover it well and knock it back in the field of play. Jeff Ogden was down and batted it backwards, and so Green Bay will have a long way to go. The Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company is sponsoring these aerial views of the game today. In addition to a helicopter, Goodyear has 7 blimps globally. It'll be linked on New Year's Eve to record the millennium around the world.
What is this here?
I don't know what that vehicle is.
It's a blimp copter.
It's a heliblimp. Flag on the play. Levin's coming out of the end zone.
On that play where Rocket Ismail carried that ball, he got whacked pretty good, and they've been working on him in the sideline ever since.
Jerry Austin, the referee.
Holding. Number 78 of the offense. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Penalty decline.
That's Ross Verba. You know, the thing that they have to watch out for now is when you throw in the end zone and you pass protect in the end zone, if you hold in the end zone, it's a safety.
It's a safety, right. Brett Favre drops into the end zone. Throws outside. Incomplete. Dorsey Levens, I think, was the intended target.
You can see that they're still working over there on Rocket Ismail, and this is where he got it. I mean, he got hit right there by Bernardo Harris, and I don't think he could get his hands down, and he may have gone head first into the turf.
He did. They're holding up 2 fingers.
Yeah, and they've been checking him.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had the doctors, the trainers over there. They've been checking him ever since that play.
That must mean he's okay when you pat him on the shoulder. You can count to 2.
Well, you can say 2, but even if you can't, you always guess 2.
Favre has the ball batted down, and the Cowboys.
I think that's Leon Lett that batted that ball down. I said that He looked like a basketball player. He's always been good at that. I mean, here's Leon Lett right here. He's always been good at getting a push and then being able to get his hand up in a lane. I mean, Leon Lett as a tackle has probably batted as many balls down as any tackle that I know.
And he is 6'6", and look who's returning punts.
I can't believe this.
Deion Sanders.
I would have, of course, it's going to be great field position. He knows that.
High kick by Aguiar. Deion fields it at midfield. Stays on his feet, and there he goes. How can he be hurt?
I don't know. I can't believe this. I mean, I thought like 2 hours ago that he shouldn't have even played. Michael Irvin was telling him that he has a pulled hamstring. I have no idea how he's doing this.
Brought to you by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. By Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By PSI Net, the internet starts here. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, this is the taste.
That's the kind of cows you bought?
Big old cows like that. You know, you can see those two horses in front, and you know why they keep going, don't you? You don't want an abrupt stop right about there. We talk about Deion Sanders. You see, he got
his knee wrapped up now. What else can be hurt?
Or that could be the bottom of the hamstring.
Chansey. Got both legs. And the guy's returning punts.
Yeah, I mean, he has a hamstring and a groin.
He's going to start riding the bike in a minute now. Any minute.
No, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I have no idea. And you think he shouldn't be in there, so they took him out, and then they took him inside, and then they brought him back out. Then he just played nickel for a while, and then you think, well, he can't do that anymore. And now he's playing the whole game and returning punts.
And almost broke it.
I'll be good ahead.
Okay. Packers saying someone moved.
67.
They're saying Eric Williams.
5 yards. It's still second down.
I think they said Everett McIver, though. Yep. They pointed to Eric Williams. Eric Williams is pointing to himself.
Yeah.
Number 79.
They just changed it to number 79 now. He wanted it. He's so proud of it. Eric Williams had a big day. He picked up Richie Cunningham when he made a play. And Rocket Ismail when he made a touchdown.
Wait a minute, didn't he kiss?
Well, I didn't say that. I mean, he's a big old tackle. Yeah, we're all in this together. We're all professionals here.
Yeah, right.
Then he picked up, darn near killed Rocket Ismail.
Yeah.
Drove him into the ground. He was just sitting on the bench after a touchdown.
Chansey to the 30.
Remember we saw the one earlier. Now here he is with Rocket. Rocket Ismail's underneath there somewhere. Believe me, he's in there. Look at that.
That's how Rocket got hurt.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, with Big E around, you don't want to do a lot of good things. I mean, if you stay mediocre, stay average and below average, you won't get the heck knocked out of you. If you do something well, Big E goes after you.
Rocket
Is this the view from the helicopter or the blimp?
That's,
What the heck is this?
I don't know, but they're pretty close.
Like upside down.
Garrett, incomplete. Ismail has a right eye contusion. Is that a cut or a bruise or what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that Evander Holyfield had a whole bunch of last night.
It's a bruise.
I think he got that from Eric Williams on that last play there. Jason Garrett was throwing an out, and the receiver was Ernie Mills, who was running an up.
Richie Cunningham.
Two-way go here. If he makes it, Big E gets him.
From 47 yards out. And Cunningham is out of his slump.
And Big E got him again. I told you, look at him. He just bounced him that time.
The Cowboys increase their lead. Tonight here on Fox, the truth will either change Agent Mulder or destroy him. Don't miss the powerful conclusion to the season premiere, The X-Files, an all-new episode tonight at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, here on Fox. Toby going to kick it off for the Cowboys, and hammers it back close to the goal line, where Demond Parker will bring it out to about the 12, as that coverage is good again.
Yeah, that's the thing that we talked about before the game, that you have Troy Aikman out, you have Emmitt Smith out, you have Michael Irvin out. Jason Garrett's going to play, but it's not all going to go on his shoulders. That defense has to play better, which the Cowboys are doing today. Special teams have to pick it up, which they're doing, and of course Jason Garrett here has done his job.
And the offensive line.
Yeah, that's what Chan Gailey thought. He said you can put it all in the offensive line. If they can control the line of scrimmage, they can win the game for us, and I think you have to give credit to that group that they are doing it.
Brett Favre has got some work ahead of him. Outside to William Henderson. Nothing doing. If Dallas continues and wins this game, there'll be a three-way tie for the lead for first place in the NFC East.
You know what's happening now? The Packers don't have anyone that scares the Cowboys. I mean, there's no one that they're worried about going deep. They're throwing those short passes, and they haven't established anyone or anything that they're doing that the defense has to worry about.
Favre back to throw. Incomplete. Flag on the play.
And that's right in the area where Brett Favre went down, and it's going to be roughing too.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 90, a blow to the head, 15 yards, automatic first down.
To the head. There's a guy who's done a remarkable job. He might get this penalty, Alonzo Spellman.
Yeah, here's Alonzo Spellman right here. You see Brett Favre in the shotgun. He throws the ball's gone. And Alonzo Spellman, I don't know. It was just, that right shoulder there hit him in the head. I don't know that was an intentional blow to the head.
Favre almost stepped into it.
And then, Spellman was just rushing, and he kind of fell into that.
Here's a guy they didn't know if he's going to play football. They didn't know about his health. He's had some problems, but he's played well. Favre.
I'll tell you, he just ran right over Mike Wall that time. That was Alonzo Spellman.
Yep.
And they got him on the penalty, and he said, I'll go get some of that yardage back. And you got to see him. He just ran right over Mike Wall. He's just going to line up right here. We got to see this one again. Here he is right here. He's just going to line up right there and just power him. This is just a power rush. He's taking him right back into Brett Favre, and he just swapped Brett Favre, went back, and got that penalty back.
And just smothered him. Favre drops it outside to Antonio Freeman, who gets near a Packer first down. Could have it.
And this is where the Packers have to start playing, picking up the pace of it. I don't want to
urgency.
That's a word, urgency, but they have to start playing faster, because there's 9 minutes left, but they're 17 points down, and they have to be thinking in terms of 3 scores.
Favre out of the shotgun. Gonna run it himself, runs out at the 40. Not quite the 40.
One of the things that bothers. In fact, I see Mike Wall is coming out now, and they already lost Joe Andruzzi. He was the starting right guard. Mike Wall replaced him, and now I see that Mike Wall is coming out. And Raleigh McKenzie is going to go ahead and play that left guard position. The old 15-year veteran, but.
Second and 9. Good catch by Levens, but not much doing by Levens. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Brett Favre lost his shoe. Now he's going to. He doesn't want to take too much time putting that shoe on.
Shoe on without untying.
Oh, no, you can't untie it because he's going no huddle. He's going no huddle, but you have to go get the shoe on first.
But you got to untie your shoe if you're going to put it on, correct? No. Favre, pass caught by Freeman. Gets into Dallas territory at about the 43.
Again, because he's looking at this right up here, 7:38, down by 17 points, needs 3 scores, and you can't be huddling up and worry about tying your shoes. You got to get up there and make some plays, and and as Hank Stram used to say, matriculate the ball down the field.
Far from the shotgun. Throws up the middle. Incomplete. 2 guys, Davis and Freeman, right together. Schrader and Freeman.
Yeah, and if he would have hit Schrader, I think it could have been a big play. I think he was throwing it to Freeman, but they're both going to end up in the same area. You see both of these guys here. They end up out here, and I think that if he would have thrown it to the deeper guy, who's Schrader, right here, or to the outside guy, well, maybe he did throw it to him.
Maybe he did. And
I think he was throwing it to Schrader, and Freeman got in a position of intercepting the ball.
Hit by Teague just as the ball got there. Nothing there. A diving attempted catch by Bradford as Favre is down.
There's about 3 or 4 guys down. Ross Verba's down. Right next to Favre. Favre is down. I don't know. That looked like that ball hit the ground.
Bounces off 2 defenders. Bradford dives.
Yeah, no, the ball hit the ground.
Yeah.
But we can see why Brett Favre was down. Ooh.
That was Spellman again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alonzo Spellman is really, they didn't know what to expect when he came to the Cowboys.
Well, and then they moved him to a different position from end to tackle. He's been a heck of a tackle.
Favre, pass. Schrader, the intended receiver.
At some point, the Packers are going to have to talk about how good they are. I know I talked to Ron Wolf before, and he said he can't believe it. I mean, he thought that they had enough good players to get the job done this year, and he said, I mean, he's perplexed at what happened, why they're not doing it. And, I mean, I see their line isn't blocking or dominating. They're not running the ball effectively. I don't think the receivers get open. And, of course, Brett Favre, whatever you say, has not been Brett Favre.
Well, those are 4 pretty good reasons you just listed.
And their defense can't stop the run.
That's 5. The pass is to Antonio Freeman, who jumps. Touchdown. Freeman from Favre, and finally they get it into the end zone.
Yep, they needed 3, and they got 1. So now Brett Favre is thinking there, that's just part of the job. I still got 2 more. They got the 1, and now they're going to have to go and get 2 more. I mean, Brett Favre can do anything with that ball. I mean, it can be up, it can be properly done, it can be improperly done. He can throw it from any angle.
They're going to go for 2, huh?
No, they're
going to extra point.
They're kicking the extra point here. The interesting thing is going to be, because they need 2 scores, whether they go for the onside kick or not. That's going to be the interesting thing.
I think there's too much time left. Longwell's extra point is good. And it's 20-10. Dallas over Green Bay.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Porsche.
You talk about, I guess you call this a sport, bull riding. You got to stay on for 8 seconds.
Yeah, doesn't the guy say something like that just before he leaves, like give me 8 or something?
Something like that. You mean before he leaves the gate or before he leaves the bull?
Leaves the gate.
Flag on the play. Jason Tucker is finally cut down. There's a flag way back.
Jason Tucker is going to be a player of the future of this Cowboy team too. That penalty is going to be against the Cowboys and come back.
Holding number 44 during the run back. 10 yards. First down.
Jason Tucker can make some plays because he has that speed. He, as a wide receiver and also as a kick return guy. You want to see that whole ride for 8 seconds? That has to be the longest 8 seconds in your lifetime.
He made it.
He made it. And he hit his feet. He never, I mean, he jumped off that thing and hit his feet.
That's a good ride. Or a very calm bull. I'm not sure which.
I wouldn't call the bull calm. Have you ever seen a calm bull?
Not face to face. No.
I don't think they make calm bulls.
Jason Garrett gives to Robert Chancey. Today's game is being produced by Bob Stenner, directed by Sandy Grossman. Associate directors Mike Roig, the broadcast associates are Charles McDonald and Mark Mata. Technical producers Bob Muller. Technical director is Joe Benda. Audio mixers Fred Aldis. The pregame show is produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. The senior producers Bill Brown. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill.
Did you see Big Eric Williams during that, Pat? He was given the sign to the sideline to run. He gave him a running sign. He was just saying, just keep running the ball.
Garrett back to Chancey. Not quite a first down. About a yard shy.
Chancey knows a couple things. He wants to get a first down, but he wants to keep this clock going. He doesn't want to get out of bounds. You know the best drive of the Green Bay Packers was that last drive, and some people are going to say, why don't they just play that way all the time with urgency and and just no huddle and let Brett Favre call the game and do those kind of things. This is the Cowboys running game there.
That's a question that's forever asked. Why don't they always play like they do in the 2-minute drill or no huddle drill?
Well, I remember Buffalo asked that with Jim Kelly, and then they went to it.
On third down, there's a flag on the play. Chancey didn't get the first down. But let's see about the flag. Green Bay needs the football.
Yeah, the flag is going to be against the Cowboys. It's going to be holding, and if they didn't get the first down, I think they'll make them punt. I mean, probably turn it down because, as you say, they need time because they have to be thinking in terms of 2 scores.
About that much to go for the first.
I still think you turn it down and make them punt because the Cowboys in this situation will have to punt.
Holding number 62. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Myslinski to replace Larry Allen. It's a guilty party. They do turn it down. There's Ron Wolf, the general manager of the Packers, down on the sideline.
Yeah, that's a sight that you don't see.
He's usually upstairs by himself.
Yeah. Because he's perplexed, and I think that there's some urgency in him, as to wondering what the heck is wrong here, because he doesn't have all the answers.
5 minutes 7 seconds. Clock running now. Toby going back to punt it. We'll check the hang time. Mitchell back deep for Green Bay. And they take too much time. That stops the clock.
I don't think that would be something they were trying to do. Sometimes you do that if you're at midfield.
Number 28.
Yeah. To give the punter a little bit more room.
But I don't think in this situation you want to do that.
There's the Cowboys general manager and owner. And Jerry Jones.
And he's always down in the sideline.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every game. And remember when he first started, I said, geez, I wouldn't do that because you have to go down there when you lose too. And I'll say this about Jerry Jones. He's down there win or lose.
4:51. The clock won't start until he kicks it now. Until they snap it. The coverage is excellent. Neufeld. Tonight on Fox, the truth will either change Agent Mulder or destroy him. Don't miss the powerful conclusion to the season premiere of The X-Files. An all-new episode tonight at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Fox. Raleigh McKenzie, 15 years, still playing guard.
Yeah, and his brother Reggie McKenzie, you know, also played in the league and works for the Packers in the scouting department.
And I defy you to be able to tell them apart.
Nope.
Here's Brett Favre. The pressure is on, and Favre is down. The heat put on by Kavika Pittman.
That was Kavika Pittman. He comes from that left side over Earl Dotson, and again, I think that was part pass rush and part coverage because there was no one open for Favre to get the ball away too quickly. Favre is given audible signals and hand signals.
And he operates out of the shotgun and throws upfield, incomplete, intended for Corey Bradford. I'd like to welcome those of you joining us to Texas Stadium, where Dallas leads Green Bay 20-10 with 4:15 minutes. 4:15 left to play. It's 3rd and 17, and Green Bay getting close to the desperate stage. Brett Favre, shirt tail out of the shotgun. Pressure comes. Chased by Pittman. Throws to Dorsey Levin. Levin is stopped shy of the 45. He doesn't get back to the original line. Tripped up by Deion Sanders.
And Deion Sanders has been an amazing story today for those that are just joining. He has a pulled hamstring, a pulled groin. He's been in and out of the game all day. Started, couldn't run, was beaten by Corey Bradford, went inside, got treatment, came back out, played some more, couldn't play again, ended up playing dime, ended up playing regular, and then returned to punt.
And almost broke it. Flag down. 4 minutes left. This a first down?
Yeah, it was defensive holding.
Oh, I didn't see
what
that.
It was, and that's automatic first down.
Pass is underneath to Schrader, who moves the sticks. Not quite enough to move the sticks.
That would have been 4th down, but that defensive holding penalty was a big one against the Cowboys.
Well, that I missed. 2nd and 1 here. Favre, and here comes the penalty marker again.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 78.
False start, that's Ross Verba.
5 yards.
Yeah. These are tough situations when you're on the road, you're behind, you can't hear all the snap counts, you're going no huddle, and all those types of things. It's tough for a tackle. Here's Ross Verba. You see, he just moved a little to look outside. He knows he has a tight end on his side. The pass rush was outside the tight end, but that's a guy he had to block. Like right here, that's a guy he has to block.
11. A good tackle by Dexter Coakley. Wrapped up Levin. Why do you think that the Packers can't beat the Cowboys in Texas?
I think that the Cowboys just had their number, and I think today the Cowboys are a better team. I think they played better today.
Favre gets the pass up the middle to Antonio Freeman, who gets down to the Cowboy 35. The clock is under 3 minutes now.
There's a couple things here that the Packers can think of. Is they need 2 scores, so they need a combination of a touchdown and a field goal. So they can take the field goal once they get in field goal range, then go for the onside kick, and then try and go for the touchdown.
If they can get the field goal without having it blocked again. Dorsey Levens is cut down for nothing.
Yeah, so now the Packers have to take a timeout. Yeah. That was a big tackle and a big misplay by the Packers not getting out of bounds.
For those of you who joined us just a few moments ago, here's the scoring plays today. Here are the scoring plays. Jason Garrett, who started in place of Aikman, to LaFleur. Rocket, Ismail. A pass from Garrett. And Freeman for Green Bay. leap by the pylon. 2nd and 11. Green Bay down to 1 timeout. Dallas has all of theirs left. 2:34 left.
Yeah, the point that I was making is that you can't waste all your time trying to get a touchdown and then not leave any time for a field goal. So if you get in position and it gets to be 3rd or 4th down, then you kick the field goal, then you go the onside kick, and then you come back and try and get the touchdown.
I was talking to Dion before the game, and he was saying, I asked him how he was feeling. He said, I'm hurting today. I'm really hurting. Well, I don't know what happened, but he got over the hurt.
Well, and he looked like he was really hurting early in the game.
Favre up the middle to Schrader. Inside the Dallas 20.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that the Packers need, is just playing with some urgency, and this game situation is helping create that. I mean, this is Brett Favre, calling the plays, the gunslinger, those.
Well, they need to get a play done here before the 2-minute warning. They got it. To Evans, and the 2-minute warning will stop the clock. And Brett Favre, Packers quarterback, heads over to the sideline. 2 left, 10 points behind. 2 minutes left at Texas Stadium. Green Bay down to the Cowboy 13-yard line. 2nd and 4. Favre into the corner. Incomplete. Intended for Dorsey Levin.
Now I think they have to take another shot here, and this is a situation that I was talking about. I think they have to take another shot here for the end zone. If they don't make it, I think they have to kick a field goal.
On 4th down, field goal, right?
Yes. Yeah.
3rd and 4. If they don't get it first, they got to go for the field goal.
I would think with the time, I think they have to go for the end zone.
Yeah. No.
Whoa,
That they didn't do.
Oh no! I have no idea what that was all about. I mean, they aren't going to go for the field goal, but I mean, running the ball in that situation and keeping the clock going. I don't know what that. I agree with the play. I would have taken a shot in the end zone. If that didn't work, I'd kick the field goal like they're doing here. Then when you do this, you automatically have to go for the onside kick.
That was a big tackle by Dat Wynn to bring Dorsey Levens down. Barnwell drills the field goal. A minute 21 left. 20-13 right now. For an update, let's return to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Hey, Pat, second-year running back Michael Pittman of Arizona has 136 yards on the ground, but he coughs up the ball right here. Terry Fair of Detroit picks it up, takes it 35 yards for the score to narrow the gap to 23-19 with 4:29 left in that game. Time permitting, we'll take you to the conclusion of that contest. Back to Pat and John.
Here at Texas Stadium, a minute 21 left. And we're going to have to see, or we will see, I'm sure, an onside kick.
Well, that's going to be the biggest play of this game, is right now coming up, this onside kick. The Packers, because of their timeout situation, they only have one timeout. They have to go for an onside kick. So then the Cowboys know that. So the Cowboys are going to be in their onside prevent.
Well, the Cowboys have got all the hands people over to the kicker's left. Longwell.
Because they have more of their cover guys to this side, so you would assume that he's going to kick the ball here. Remember that it has to go 10 yards. Right. It has to go that far.
Green Bay is moving more people over to the left side, so it obviously is going to go in that direction.
And they get them all in a bunch. See the stance they get in there?
And here's Longwell's kick, bounding. Flag went down.
Yep, he'll get to kick it again. Jerry Jones says we got through one of them.
Out of bounds, 5 yards, and re-kick.
That ball really shot through there, didn't it?
Well, it didn't take the bounce. I think they try and kick it into the ground, and then instead of getting the bounce up high. That one just went right on through. So now we'll get the same thing here.
You want to hit the ball above the middle in a situation like this and hope your people can get there if it does take that big bounce that John's talking about. But the kicker has to hit the ball above there. He takes another big bounce, and Green Bay, I think
they got it.
Green Bay got it.
Oh, and you don't want a Brett Favre in this situation if you're the Dallas Cowboys.
A minute 21 left to play. The onside kick works. It's perfect onside kick.
That's the one that he was looking for the first time, that takes that high bounce at the end.
And Fred Vinson comes down with it. And Green Bay has the ball. And you think about those Favre comebacks. You have to think about those Favre comebacks that he's engineered 3 times this year.
And the clock is stopped now with change of possession.
Yep.
It'll start with a snap of the ball, and the Packers do have 1 timeout.
Just 1. Leon Lett started
Ball start.
Before.
Number 72.
But it's on
5 yards.
Earl Dotson. Watch Leon start creeping.
Well, you see, here's Earl Dotson. Here's Leon Lett out there. You see Leon Lett starts, and Earl Dotson reacts to him.
Yep.
I don't know that shouldn't have been on Leon Lett, because that was a rule that they changed a couple years ago, that if the defensive guy moves forward and causes you to go outside, it's against him.
Took 2 seconds. Favre up in the pocket. Throws incomplete. Corey Bradford going to come down out of bounds anyway, and he's hurt again.
Kevin Smith better watch out. I mean, he was over here, and he was on the coverage. Then he went over and kind of punched one of the Green Bay guys. That's Kevin Smith here. He's in the coverage, and you see the ball is out of bounds anyway. He just goes right in there and gets a little action with some of the Green Bay players.
Bradford is out. Donald Driver has taken his place. A minute 12 left. 2nd and 15. Favre up the middle. Freeman is open. And the Packers get a first down. Do they take their last timeout now?
No, not because he has a first down. I think you know that if he wants to stop the clock, he can just throw the ball into the ground.
Yeah.
If not, he can just call a play.
Well, he's already got a play called. Taking his time is Favre, and going deep is Favre, and wide open is, and out of the end zone is Donald Driver. Favre just threw it too far. He was open.
And Ray Rhodes was telling us about Donald Driver. He's active for his first game today and does have speed. And he was looking out there, and it's on Deion Sanders. Driver, the free agent rookie, runs right by Deion Sanders. Watch Deion there. All he can do is point that the guy went that way. Woo!
Man.
Well, Brett Favre keeps that one in the park. That is a touchdown.
That's a tie game unless they go for 2.
They wouldn't go for 2. And if they've been in this fight all day like this and they get within 1 point, they're going to kick the extra point.
42 seconds left. Favre drops in the pocket and throws to Strader. Strader to the 25.
Favre still doesn't want his timeout.
Now he's going to spike it.
He's going to go spike it. Yeah, he just wants to get everybody. He can't spike it till he gets his whole team up there and gets them set. He tried that Dan Marino play. But I think he told his whole team that he was going to spike it. And then I think, he started to spike. He just wanted to take one peek out there on Deion Sanders' side to see if maybe Deion wasn't going to run. I think he goes and fakes. I think he wants to take one peek out here just to see if anything's going on. Nothing was going on because they were playing the spike play, not the fake spike play.
2nd and 10, 21 seconds left.
The Packers do have 1 timeout.
Favre gets it out of there, and the pass is picked off by George Teague, and Teague is headed in the other direction. And he'll go all the way in the other direction. George Teague picked off Favre's pass.
George Teague ought to wait till Eric Williams gets there.
Yeah. 95 yards. Teague took it. Now Brill can relax.
He even let some air out.
Yeah.
He was trying to throw the ball on Deion Sanders. If George Teague doesn't jump in front of that ball, Deion Sanders intercepts it. Because Deion Sanders was all over Antonio Freeman.
But this is Teague's tango. 95 yards. And Brett Favre, all he can do is just stick his head in his jersey.
Yeah, he's a warrior, though. And Brett Favre is a football player that'll fight you all the way.
Well, he just did.
Sometimes he just doesn't have a
bunch of people who, well, he doesn't have a bunch of people who care as much as he does.
He doesn't have the talent that he had around him, and he's as close to a one-man gang as there is. But you know, it's one of those things, and it happens right at the end, that has been kind of typical. He hasn't had guys open.
Nope.
I mean, Deion Sanders had Antonio Freeman step for step. Watch Shan Gailey there.
Get back. Get back. Get back.
I don't know what he's doing. Is that get back waving the waters?
We've been talking about that this afternoon throughout most of the broadcast. NFC East standings, and you believe that? The Giants are 5-4, Dallas is 5-4, and Washington is 5-4. In the Central Division, Detroit 6-2. They're still playing. Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Green Bay is 4-5, and the Bears are 4-6. All you got to do is play 500 and you might make the playoffs.
Well, you wouldn't have thought that, though. I mean, there's a lot of things this year that you wouldn't have thought, but the Green Bay Packers being 4-5, that never would have crossed my mind with a healthy Brett Favre.
No, you would not have thought that.
The Cowboys had all those injuries and came back today.
27-13, a big victory for the Cowboys and for that guy, Jason Garrett. He did a whale of a job. Wife is, as she should be, very proud. When we return, we'll take you to the conclusion of the Detroit-Arizona game. But first, these messages.